Hi YouTube. Today we're going to talk about planting evergreen bunching onions. What you're going to need is a pack of onion seeds, milk jug, something to cut the milk jug, scissors, utility knife, whatever. It's pretty simple to do it. This whole thing, you're looking at probably a less than $3 investment. Free milk carton, probably $1.30 for a big pack of seeds that'll do probably 200 or 300 onions, and the potting soil, which is going to be minimal. So I live in Texas and we have mild winters and really hot summers. Now this is considered a winter time thing. In other words, if you have a mild winter, like in Texas, you grow them all winter until it freezes. But these onions are real hardy. They when it freezes, I don't really cover them, and I don't really lose much if they have enough stuff around them. So one of the things that's really neat is, like in the summertime, they're not supposed to do well, and they probably don't do real well in July and August. But last year I had them behind some tomato plants and some other plants in the garden. They actually did okay. So I'm still planting them now. Right now it's the end of March, and it's going to be getting real hot most of April. I'm still going to grow these guys probably till July or August out here. And I'm just going to take them and put them in containers and move them to shaded areas where they get a little bit of sunlight, not a lot of sunlight, and they should do fine. So the first thing we're going to do is cut it probably right under the handle, or even with the handle, something like that. But I just cut it around. What I want to have is about probably 2 to 3 inches of height. Let's see here. 2 to 3 inches of height, roughly. Don't throw this away. You can use this for this top here for a kind of like a mini greenhouse if you're wanting to next year start some summer crops in containers. That it's a little bit too cold outside, you can stick them in containers outside or in the soil. And what I did is I cut a hole here and here, threw a pencil in it, and I stick it in the ground, and it does pretty well. On the only issue is when it gets really hot outside, like on those couple days here and there that it heats up, it'll kill the plant. So you got to be real careful about when you put it on. I usually put them on at night, and if the temperature is above 50, 60 in the day, I'll take it off. But that's one use for that. And so then I'll take this bottom here and I'll punch holes in it, with a drill, scissors, or whatever. Right now I've got scissors, so I'm going to punch some holes in it. I punched about 4 holes on each side, and if you notice when you're watering that the water's not going away, like it's holding water or something, what may be the issue is this is too flat on the surface below it. You might need to put a pencil or something under just to give it a little bit of lift to allow some of the water to drain when you're watering. So the next thing is we put our potting soil in there. About like so. I'm going to go water it and bring it back. I'm going to let it drain for a little bit. I always water everything first, and I don't want to make a big mess on this table. So I'm going to do that and come back and plant the seeds. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I've already wetted the soil. It's drained through a few minutes. It's still coming through, but and then I'm going to come through and dig a little hole about a ½ inch thick, probably every inch or so around it. Don't put them too close together, because I thought I could get them a lot closer this last year and it really stunts the growth. So probably inch, inch and a half would be fine. So whatever that works out to be, I think it's probably, I don't know, 10 or 12 onions per container. And basically I take these onions, pour them in there like so. You always want to keep your seeds in a location like inside a refrigerator. As long as you keep your seeds dry and in a cold spot or a cool spot, you can typically get 2 growing seasons out of each packet. What happens after the first year, there's a chance that 10 or 15% or maybe 20% won't make that next season, and it diminishes over time. So there are some people that keep them for up to 3 years. I keep them for up to 2 years. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just covering up the holes. I've already put them in there. I'm not going to water them because I've already watered the soil. And these guys should come up in probably about 10 days. These onions typically go from this to maturity. Well, once they come out of the ground, it's about a 60-day maturity. And here's some that I did a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. That's about what they look like at that age. These guys are mature. I've had them in the sun, so they look kind of yellow and dried out, but we're harvesting them every night. You know, we pull whatever we need for dinner that night. One of the things I experimented with first part was leaving a handle on it. And what a lot of people are doing is they're running like a metal line or even a screw or something, and they're hanging it off their fence. So they're taking advantage of vertical gardening.